Hi gems, it's your girl Ambra here and welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited to be doing a video like this because you guys have been asking me from time to time to do a full face routine using affordable drugstore products, and today is the day. So if you are interested in how I achieve this look using affordable products, then keep watching. Alright gems, let's get started. First and foremost, we're going to start with the primer. This is by e.l.f. Cosmetics, the Beauty Sheild Antioxidant Enriched Skin Protection. It does have an SPF of 50, which is interesting because the foundation that I'm going to be using today has an SPF of 20. So we're going to be fully covered. And it says this in a universal tint, which I really like the container that it's in rather than the pump. I've never used a primer from e.l.f. like on a regular basis, like if I'm trying something out for you guys. Oh, wicked. What is this? Okay, not gonna jump the gun. We're not gonna pass judgment no matter how light I look. Ooh, she's purple. So now when you get a smooth shade of dusting, you can move on to your next step. So for foundation today, we're gonna go in with Physicians Formula. I know, you're like, Amber, well, they sent me a kind packet. Let me just get the little PR piece. They just launched a new healthy foundation. It's a long-wearing, buildable, breathable foundation that provides a lightweight, medium coverage with a healthy satin finish. And it does have an SPF of 20 to protect the skin. It comes in 16 shades, cool, warm, and neutral. And they sent your girl a full bottle of Deep Neutral 3, which could potentially work. I'm gonna be quite honest with you, I've never ever used Physicians Formula product ever. So I'm really excited to see them extend their range here. I'm also interested in seeing how it works for me, as well as they probably are very interested to see how it works for me. You can find Physicians Formula product in most of your local pharmacy, Rite Aid, Walgreens, CVS, so forth. Upon opening the container, and just so that you know, they did send me the entire range of product, but they sent me a full bottle in the shade they felt was closest to my complexion, and I have to agree. I feel like if I'm looking at the deeper skin tones on this spectrum, I'm always typically the shade lighter than the closest shade to the Lash shade, rather. So the component comes in a glass container. Yeah, that's glass, pretty solid, not frosted, so you can at least see the shade through the bottle. Yep. Oh, look at that. God is able. Oh, so it's a. Oh man, I almost broke it. Anyway, so it comes with a applicator, very indicative of a concealer. So I'm gonna do a couple swatches. All right, that is pretty indicative of most of my foundation shades. Always kind of going on and then making most sense after everything is a mask. Hands. So we have the product. Sadly enough, I can't tell you how many dollops that is, but give yourself enough coverage for you to be able to get your blend on. And I'm going with my favorite foundation brush at the moment, which is my Smashbox Blurring Foundation. And I'm gonna go ahead and start blending this in. Alright, so that's your first layer of the Physicians Formula Foundation. They were able to color match me perfectly, so I am happy with the shade. I feel like it matches my neck really well. But you know, I don't put foundation underneath my eyes because I always highlight, so I feel like it's like a waste of product. But this may be really great for daytime wear only. Hear me out. I already have a primer that has 50 SPF, and then this foundation has 20 SPF, so the flashback may be a little real. But from a first impression standpoint, especially never using the product, I do find that she's cute. She's cute. I personally need another coat. That's just to keep, you know, my peace of mind. All right, now it's time to conceal. I'm gonna go in with my, you know, you guys, I haven't shown this on my channel in a while, but I still have a love affair with my Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Treatment Concealer. So I'm gonna go in with the shades Hazelnut and Tan. Nothing new here. I love the applicator. because she sits really nicely under the eye. Dry it up. And then I'm going to go in with tan just below it. I just find that this creates a nice lifted. I do allow my concealer to dry down a bit, so while that is happening, I'm going to take a little bit of Hazelnut on my flat definer brush and prep them for my brows. And then I go in with my Luxie 120 Detail Round Blender, and I just buff her out. Alright, so my under eye concealer has probably dried down just a little bit. And then I'm just going with my Shop Miss A Beauty Sponge. They are only $1. I'll make sure to link them below. But I absolutely love them. I love how affordable they are, but they do the same job as my Beauty Blender, and they are 100% cheaper. I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my concealer. Alright, so all of my concealers were blended out. It is time to set. Goodness knows my concealer will move all around the cabin if I do not set. For an affordable product mention, I'm going to go in with my ColourPop No Filter Setting Powder. This setting powder is $9. You can get it online. And I'm just going to go in with a soft, fluffy brush. It's kind of fluffy, yeah, but it's very domed and in shape, but it fits really nicely in my under eye. And I tend to press it into the skin and buff rather than kind of leave it there and bake. Kind of buff it out. And then for the rest of my face, I'm gonna go in with my ColourPop No Filter Sheer Press Powder. I believe she's $6. And I'm gonna go in with my big old Morphe E2 and just set the rest of my face. And as you can see, Physicians Formula is definitely showing out a little bit. And then I'm gonna take my sponge and just turn it around on the clean side of the sponge and press that powder in. I am using Profusion Clear Brow Gel. You can buy Profusion Cosmetics in Target. It's so interesting because for this Christmas holiday, I have a lot of little nieces, whether on my side or Joelle's side, that just loves makeup, right? So it makes my job really easy. Okay, so I just tried this product and I don't like it. It's like oily. And that's not the jam. Like, I feel like I want to wipe. I actually am wiping. Oh no, that is not a gel in any capacity. It's very oily, which would make me using a pencil really challenging. Ugh. We're gonna go in with Profusion Cosmetics Brow Palette. You get a balm, a highlighter, and then you get 2 shades of powder product. That's ideal for medium to deep skin tones, and you get a nice little brush inside, one side being spoily and the other side being a flat angled brush. And you can find this brand in Target. So I'm going to use my spoily in the balm, yeah, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that on my brow. That is 1000% better. Oh my gosh, that brow gel was a joke. Going with the second to the deepest shade here. Wish me luck, folks. Wish me luck. Now I do have my normal brow products on standby just in case. Not bad. So actually, let's use the brow pencil first. Clean up underneath the brow. Yeah, if I would have kept that oil slick on, that would have not been productive. Glides really nicely. It's not too soft, but it's not too hard. So that's really good. All right, Profusion, this is nice. And now I'm gonna go in with the second to darkest shade just to kind of set it in place. All right, moving on to the lids. I am gonna go in with a Profusion Cosmetics 21 shade eyeshadow palette, and it comes with a dual-ended brush. This is in the Sienna family, so as you can see here, really indicative of the fall. I never use the brushes that come in palettes, but I have to say, like, the way that this looks, it's very hopeful. I'm really leaning a lot towards daring and cryptic to kind of get up in there. So let's see. Well, from a pigment standpoint, impressive. So that's really encouraging, you guys, if you want to get some starter product and you're just getting into makeup and you don't have the funds to go to Sephora, Lord knows I shouldn't be in there, then going to Target and finding a product like Profusion Cosmetics is really exciting. And I'm quite impressed with the brush too, because, you know, that's another purchase in itself, right? All right, so that's really beautiful. All right, so I think I'm just impressed that I'm a little blown away by it. So next, I really am interested in trying out this Devoted shade, but I also like the idea of this. I'm sorry, this is Devoted, this is Madly. So let's try to go in with another blending brush and deepen out the outer corner with Madly. Look at that. And it blends really nicely into the other shade. I'm gonna use the other side of the Profusion brush, which is a flat, synthetic, very indicative of like a concealer brush. And I'm going to use concealer because I wanna go in and use the shade Bite, which is really pretty. But I'm gonna go in with my lighter concealer, which is Tan. So I'm just gonna use a little bit of that product on the back of this brush and pat that on my mobile lid. I'm gonna go back in that shade Madly and kind of buff out the concealer. All right, so now that we're finished with the concealer, I'm gonna use the same dual-sided brush and I'm going to dip that into Bite, which is this really pretty, like, maroon shimmer. Apply that directly on my lid. Wow, it's pretty. It's a really pretty color. And this is without any Fix Plus. This is direct from the pan, the payoff that you're seeing. I have this priming spray and I'm going to spray my brush and then dip it in the product and see if we see any. Yeah, it definitely gets more foily and more vibrant. Then I'm gonna use that same blending brush that I used for Madly and I'm just gonna bring that shade on my lower lash line. Dip a little into Cryptic, which is this softer muted orange, just to kind of buff underneath of Madly. How pretty is that? Oh my gosh, Profusion, team pretty. So in the lower lash line though, for mascara, I'm using a new product from CoverGirl that I just recently received. This is the Lash Blast Amplifying Primer, and then this is the Flourish by Lash Blast in the shade Black Noir. So I'm gonna use the Neutral White, which is the amplifying primer. Comes just like this. I mean, the bristle's kind of large and I have really small lashes, but we'll see how everything stands out, because typically when you put a white base on your lashes and a black over top, they typically tend to just appear more fuller. You want to go over top of that with your black mascara. And again, this is the CoverGirl Flourish by Lash Blast. Oh, and this is a much smaller bristle, which I can appreciate. Having smaller lashes. Something. I'm really loving these eyes. Okay, now we're gonna go and finish the rest of the face. Profusion did send me a Sculpt and Glow, again, very affordable palette. As you can imagine, I'm a little about some of the sculpting, but you do have a light highlight, a medium contour, and a deep sculpt. So I'm gonna go into the deep sculpt, with this brush that comes along with it and see how it appears on the skin. see a little payoff. The brush that I would typically use, which is my large angle contour F40. You guys, I need something with a little bit more red in it to give me a more sun-kissed bronze. So I'm gonna go in with my Morphe Bronztour in the shade Showmance. Profusion Cosmetics sent me their blush and glow. Now there's some glow options, and when I mean glow, I mean highlighting options inside this palette, but there's also some really pretty ones in here. I'm going to play back and forth with Lovely and Spark. Spark has a little bit more shimmer than I like on my cheeks, but I'm gonna use my favorite blush brush, which is my Morphe E3. And I'm gonna go in with Lovely because these are the type of shades that are gonna show up really well on deeper skin tone. All right, and then for highlight, I think I wanna go in with Elated because I feel like Hype may be a little too light for my complexion. I mean, shoot, I may even play around with Passion. But I'm gonna go in with Elated first. Yes, good job. It's not chunky, it's not glittery. So I'm gonna go back in with my Profusion flat brush, and I'm gonna go in with Passion in the inner corner. Yeah. Winner, winner. I actually love it for the inner corner. Yeah, here for it. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and set my face, and I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Oil Control Primer Mist. All right, now it's time for lip, you guys. I'm gonna be going in with a NYX Megashine Lipgloss. I have to say, as much as I use NYX lip gloss, I've never tried their Megashine. It smells like bubblegum. Don't you love how you can just switch it out? Anywho, this is the final look using all affordable brand products. I have to be honest, this is probably the best experience I've ever had with affordable drugstore makeup products. I feel like the very important player is Profusion Cosmetics. Look at this eyeshadow, look at this highlight and blush. I mean, second ringer, okay, physician's formula. You are here to play. It's taking you some time, totally understand, but you showed up and you showed out. I really love this look. I can't wait to take pictures in it. It's absolutely stunning. The color payoff with these shadows has me shooketh. So if you guys like videos like this, make sure that you give it a thumbs up, you comment below, and you share. You guys, I need you also to subscribe, right? We finally hit 15,000 subscribers. I am so excited to have all these gems that tune in to see what I'm doing, what I'm about, what's going on over here in the Ambra life. You guys have been with me through my transition and my brand change. So I'm just excited. I'm full of energy. I am full of creativity, and I can't wait to take us to the next level. And you were there with me every step of the way. So in doing that, you guys can subscribe. And when you're sharing, those who follow you will know what's going on over here and also follow. We all know how that works. But until our next video, gems, mwah. Bye.